Today is going to be my, not really an endurance stream, but it's endurance for me. I'm going to be streaming for about the next 4 hours, give or take. And we're going to see how close we can get to getting my P-80 today. I need 27,000 RP. It's going to be my first jet in the US tree. I've flown jets before on another account, and I would like to be doing that again soon. I've never flown them in RB, so this will be an interesting little foray into the world of high-speed flight. I'm going to start out in a P-47N 15. It's been a little while since I've flown one of those. As of right now, I'm going to be flying solo for this first mission. We'll see if anyone wants to join me as we continue along on our magnificent journey into the realm of air combat. So, got my glass of water so I don't run out of voice, and looks like we are getting started at Hokkaido. Alright, so I don't currently have any loadout besides just clean for this P-47. Eventually maybe I'll take bombs or something, but really I like to use it as a fighter. It's got 8 guns and it just shreds stuff. I'm not the most confident pilot of it still. There's quirks about the end that I don't have quite figured out. And I can often, it can dive like crazy, but especially against Japanese aircraft, it can definitely outdive them. If they brake and they time their brake right, it's really hard to get your guns on a target in a high-speed dive. That said, you just pull out of the dive and keep trying again and again. But sometimes you give them just a split second where they can take a, snapshot at you. Just a real quick crack shot. And every so often they hit you with their cannons and take a wing off. And that's a bummer. You kind of like to keep your wings. Gonna start, we're hitting critical speed. I'm gonna start by heading out to sea. Maybe joining up with this other P-47, Rambo 90-90-90 of the 420th. I wonder if that's a reference to anything. Who knows?
Affirmative.
Yes, if let's see, JR Junior Rush 1 or JR Rush 1 asks if the D30 is any good. P-51 D30? Yes. Yes, it is. And that is literally exactly what Little Deadshot just said. Yes, it is. See, so it looks like we're going to catch up to Rambo. Catch Up to Rambo sounds like an indie band name. I'm going to say it's synthesizer covers of 80s movie scores, action movie scores, except for action movies that actually had synthesizer songs, in which case then it's electric guitar covers of synthesized 80s movie. That's how that works. We got Cryptech Communist, we got Dragon Lord, Toraman, Wolf Guardian. We've played with Wolf Guardian before, and I feel like he's been okay. Long live Slovakia. Deadshot and Roseland 707. Alright, climbing. Gonna join up with, yeah, we're definitely joining up with Rambo. Gonna be a little P-47 party. Kind of staying off that web for the time being. I've got a bad habit of just riding it forever. So I'm trying to break that habit. You'll probably see me fail at breaking that habit relatively quickly tonight. Roll check. All looks good. Alright. So, we're up at 13,000 feet. We're still climbing. And, hey Echo, what's up? How's it going? I'm less than 30,000 RP away from getting my P-80. I decided it's time to warm up in a P-47. It's a good warm-up plane, right? I was looking at a list of aircraft that use the R2800 double wasp engine, and it is a very impressive list. I'll read a couple for you here. Let me see. There we go. There were a lot of variants of it. So many variants. Ooh, learning tanks. I was thinking about doing a couple tank battles tonight. I don't know if I will, but dude, German dive bombers are pretty sick. Those Stukas, really good dive bombers. Yeah, I'll shoot you a squad invite after I finish this little warm-up mission. Just a quick rundown of some other aircraft that use the same engine as the P-47. The Brewster XA-32, the Breguet du Ponce, probably, that just sounds a little bit French. Canadair CL-215, Canadair C-5 North, Consolidated TBY Seawolf. If you want to look at an interesting airplane, check out the Consolidated TBY Seawolf. It's all cockpit, and what I mean is going to be clear when you look at it. It's ridiculous looking. It's a naval torpedo bomber to compete with the TBF, and it's like it looks like it's somebody bolted a greenhouse on top of an airplane. The Convair 240, 340, and 440, Curtiss P-60, Curtiss X-15C. The X-15C was... Is that the one I'm thinking of? No, it's not. I don't know what it was, but it was something. C-46 Commando, A-26 Invader. So there's a plane that's in this game. C-123 Provider. My dad actually worked on a couple C-123s when he was in the Air Force. Grumman AF Guardian, F6F Hellcat, we know that. F7F Tiger Cat, knew that. And F8F Bearcat. Lockheed Ventura B-34. The Lexington PV-1 and Ventura PV-2 Harpoon. XC-69E Constellation. B-26 Marauder, a plane that is just ridiculously not in this game. The B-26 had the best survival rate of any medium bomber in World War II after they fixed a couple things with the early variants. Had a very high landing speed of 130, I think it was 130 something knots. High for War Thunder standards for medium bombers. Martin 202, Martin 404, North American AJ Savage. XB-28 from North American, the XP-56 Black Bullet, P-61 Black Widow are one of our favorites. And also, here's an interesting airplane, the Northrop F-15 Reporter. That's right, there was an F-15 before the current F-15 Eagle, and it was a variant of the P-61 Black Widow. It was a reconnaissance version, and it's actually the last surviving variant of the P-61 airframe was in fact an F-15 Reporter. Then we got the P-47, a particularly interesting aircraft, the Sikorsky CH-37 Mojave. It was a helicopter with two R-2800s. It's a lot of power for a helicopter. And the Vickers Warwick, F-4U Corsair, and the Vultee YA-19B are just a list of some R-2800 double Wasp radial engine powered aircraft. Now let's go shoot something down. Look, a Spitfire. A wild P-47 appeared. Let's run away. There goes that Spitfire. I really like this airplane a lot. Ooh, look at that P-51 coming in to save the day. Let's get around and help him out. The idea of a helicopter powered by two R-27 or R-2800 engines, that's pretty interesting. All right, we're going to try to help out that P-51 that just helped us out. But we're going to get there after Rambo. We'll help Rambo. He's going to have two on him. We're going to go for this one. No, we're not. Get up on that one. Some pop shots in there. There's another kill. There goes a Hellcat. Still have 3,178 rounds, so let's just keep it going. I thought for a second I hit that guy. How's Rakis doing in tanks? Have you checked in on him, Echo? I'm not good at tanks. I do okay at the lower rank. Like, I'm not terrible at it, but I haven't done RB, so I guess I shouldn't say that. I probably am terrible at it. I feel like at lower level, skill is not quite as important because most tanks can be penetrated by most other tanks. But I have no idea half the time where to aim on various tank variants. And I know some people have that worked out to a science. Basic control is figuring out why it has machine guns. The only reason I can figure out, okay, so MGs, this is what my experience with tanks has been with MGs. Generally 30 caliber machine guns are practically useless with the exception of when you're fighting self-propelled anti-aircraft or aircraft, like low-flying aircraft. 50s can actually kill some tanks, your 50 cals. That's been my experience with, hang on a sec. We're gonna engage in battle. And that's 3 kills. This is one hell of a warm-up match. Uh-oh. What is that? Flak? That was flak. Alright, backing off the web. We got engine heat issues. Maybe now it's time to... We got 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, 50s can rip into some tanks. And pretty much every SPAA, as well as actually some of the just self-propelled guns, the anti-tank guns. But the main thing that I've seen people use 50s for in tank battles is more or less like it can be a little distracting when you're trying to use that. Ooh, Halifax. Let's go get out Patty Boy. Got our throttle. We got one gunner. We're going to carry on through our dive. Pull out of it. And then come up. And over. So we lit him up. We got a gunner. And close with him. I like the American light armor tree. It sort of reminds me of, like, I don't know, they're super... They're really fast and agile. That 37mm cannon is underwhelming, but not like a disastrous gun to have on an airplane. Or, I mean, well, it's pretty sweet on an airplane. Not disastrous on a tank. Hi, Freck. How goes? Ouch. 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 There goes that Halifax, and we are going to RTV with our damaged R2800 engine. We have a fuel leak, or no, oil leak. But we've hit his pretty pattern. He's